about your team's preparations and expectations for the upcoming season.
Yes. First of all, I'd like to say I'd like to thank Tom and his staff in the Southland Conference for welcoming me and us into the conference. They do a great job, and very, very excited to be part of this conference with some great players and some great coaches and over the years, and we're excited and we're looking forward to a very good season. Also, I'd like to say congratulations to Sam Houston and Coach Keeler for being picked top, and wish them well the rest of the season. It's been very, very fast since December. It seemed like we were just playing in a bowl game and then coming in and taking over the program. We made a lot of progress since that time. Spring was a tremendous teaching tool for us. The players accepted the coaching staff, and we really had a good 15 days. The off season with Coach Greg has been getting these guys in shape. We had 80% of our guys lifting and working out this summer. We gave them off this week. And now the goal going forward for us is we got to stay relatively healthy as we get into this fall camp. Offensively, we added some new players to the roster over the spring and the summer. And defensively, we improved our skill set also, and a lot special teams-wise. We added some guys and be some great competition going into camp. We very excited about the season. I really love this team. I love these players on this team. They bought into everything that the coaches are selling to them, and we're looking forward to a lot of success this year and the years to come.
Okay, Michael, if you would like to share some thoughts about your upcoming senior season this year.
I'm really looking forward to it. Like Coach Rebowe said, since they got here, they did a real good job of making all the team want to buy in and making all the players believe in the system and believe that what they're doing is really going to work. And our team has a whole new atmosphere behind us, in the locker room, on the field, outside of football. Just everything we do is totally different in a better way. And spring was real good on both sides of the ball. Offensively, we just continue to get better every day. And defense, they did a real good job of coming together and making some things work. This offseason, our strength coach has really done a great job getting us all bigger, faster, stronger. And you can really see the improvements in our drills and our weightlifting, our maxes, and everything. And I'm just real excited, looking forward to playing next to these guys and finishing out my senior year.
Okay, BT, your turn about the upcoming season.
We just been working real hard. In spring, we worked real hard. We're looking to go into fall camp and get even better. We just ready to prove ourselves this upcoming season.
Okay, as a reminder, we do have wireless microphones throughout the interview area here. So if you have a question, please raise your hand and identify yourself and your news agency.
Good morning, guys. Ted Reynolds, the Daily Comment in Thibodeau. Coach, you waited a long time to get in that chair, a long time assistance, and you're the new kid on the block. You kind of mentioned it earlier, but what's your impressions of this and being a first-time coach in this conference?
I have a little bit of an advantage, I think, that I've been in the conference before. So I know a lot of the coaches. Some of them we've coached together, and I have the utmost respect for all these guys, and especially the ones that's sitting in this chair. It's been a while. I think I've paid my dues, and I've kind of come full circle. And I think everywhere you go, Teddy, you try to take a little bit everywhere you've been. You take the good, you take the bad, and you try to put it all together and then have a chance to run your old program. And I'm excited. I'm excited to be back in the community, not just in Thibodeau, but the whole Bayou region. And we've been out, we've been visible. We're trying to get the community back. It's been a tough couple last years, and we're trying to get everybody back in support. And it's been a tremendous last couple months.
Coach, Alex Hickey, Lake Charles American Press. What appealed to you about taking on the challenge that you're facing and taking this job?
I think when you look in the past, Nicholls has had success. When they've had certain people in the position, they had success. So I think it can be done. I'm excited about, I'm a little prejudice, I guess, to South Louisiana. I think they have a lot of talent in that area, and I think we can be able to recruit to that. So I think we can have a lot of success in the area. We have some work to do. I mean, you know, we're not sugarcoating that. We got to improve some facilities. The recruiting has been better this year. So I think we have a chance to be successful. It's going to take a lot of hard work. We got to roll up our sleeves, which we're already doing. But I think you can have some success in Thibodaux, Louisiana.
Coach, it was reported that Chris Scambra from LSU baseball is transferring to place kicking, and obviously, you know, it's an area of need. But what a guy coming from a program that's successful in baseball and LSU, even though it's not the same sport, besides him, you know, hopefully improving the kicking, what else do you think a guy like that can bring to your program?
Chris Scambra, one of his baseball coaches, contacted me during the spring and said he may be interested in coming kick for us. And so, you know, when the season was over and they finished in Omaha, he contacted, we got his release. He's a tremendous young man, obviously a 4-year starter over there in baseball, and just the maturity. You know, he's such a mature young man. He's already graduated. I think he can bring some of that leadership skills, some of the things that he's learned, how they were successful over there in baseball, and hopefully, you know, just a guy in the locker room. He's not a rah-rah guy, but hopefully he can rub off on some of the players in there.
Coach, you've been part of a turnaround at Nicholls before. Just what elements do you take from that experience when you were an assistant and transfer it now to your head coaching experience?
Well, I think it was back in '95 when we didn't have too good of a season. Then we turned around and went 8-3 in 1996, and it was just a lot of hard work. You know, you can take also. We built a foundation. We had a good core of guys, and they took their lumps that first year, but they stuck together. They believed in what we were doing, and that's you know that in this business, that's a lot of the battle right there. If you get these guys believing that they can be successful, so a lot of hard work went into that, and also. We had a couple guys who had transferred in, and it doesn't take many of them. We had 1 or 2 during that time and kind of turned the whole program around, and we had the success. We did the same thing, you know, when it was in Lafayette. We had success the last 4 years, and I'm going to try to take some of that formula, some of the things we've done there to turn it around. And obviously it takes some good players also, and, you know, I got 2 of them sitting right here next to me, and we're going to be leaning heavily on these guys right here too.
Question for Michael. Michael, last year, you know, you break 1,000 yards. The year before, Toscana breaks 1,000 yards. The program only has 3,000-yard rush in the history, and y'all 2 of them, y'all going to be in the same backfield this year. Working in the offense with Toscana, do you see the possibility that maybe y'all both can have those same type of numbers again in this offense and the scheme and what y'all trying to accomplish?
Well, Toscani's a great playmaker in every aspect, running the ball, throwing the ball. So we're definitely excited to have him back as an asset. And Coach Rob, you know, he's done a great job with our offense, designing it around our personnel and using us to the best of our abilities. And I definitely think there's potential for us both to have very successful seasons again. Like I said, you know, Coach Rob definitely knows what he's doing, and he's definitely putting us in some really good situations to be productive and produce a lot of yards, both in the air and on the ground. So I'm very excited about that, and I definitely think there's potential for big seasons from both of us.
Coach, what offensive and defensive schemes are you going to be running this year? What's the identity you want your team to have?
Offensively, we'll run the spread offense, a little bit of up-tempo. I believe in, as being a coach who's been on the defensive side of the ball, I do know this: you have to run the football. And I don't care what league it is you're in, you got to run the football to be successful. And, you know, just as we're talking with Michael and Toscani, I mean, we might try to play with 2 footballs if we can. We got to try to get those guys, and but if we can run the football, we'll have a tremendous amount of success because it'll open up so many things for us too. So we'll be the spread offense, but we're also yet to have the capability of being multiple. On defense, we'll be based out of the 3-4. but also in today's game, you got to be able to do a little bit of everything. So we feel like we got some guys on defense that fits our personality with the 3-4, very athletic. We got some linebackers who are physical, can run. And then I feel like in the secondary, we're very, very athletic in the back end. And with B.T. Sanders leading the way, and he's a very physical player for us and who brings it every day. So we're excited about that.
Question for BT. Staying with the same scheme, 3-4, as it was last year, I'm sure that helped in some of the transition, but obviously last year was a struggle on defense. What, if any, do y'all take from last year moving forward in this year and trying to improve as a whole unit defensively?
I mean, personally, I mean, just how rough last season was, that's just motivation. Every day, we know we don't want to go back there. We just got to keep moving forward. And every day, even those practices where it's like, man, my feeling today, you just got to remember we got a goal and we moving forward. We can't look back. We can't go back. It's not an option.